to week 11 of the Nautical Nonsense Egg Harbor rebuild. This week was pretty productive, didn't have as much rain, so did have a little bit, but not as much as we had the week before. So I was able to get the board back in across the back, get it fiberglassed in and sealed or glued to the angle iron. Still got to put some more fiberglass on it to make it stronger and make it more connected to the boat, more of one piece of the boat. So I've still got to put some layers of fiberglass up on that. Cut out the rotten bulkhead section. Don't have it put back in, but got it cut out, got it cleaned, and we'll probably be working on that this week. Got the filler tubes out and the rudder control arm out. Also had some battery issues. You'll see in the video where I cover that, and plus installed a new battery charger temporarily, and that seems to be working. So, but the fillers, I got the fuel filler necks, I got those out. Ended up using a 10-ton jack, but popped it right after I did that. So brute force always helps. But I did get those out, got them cleaned up, got the rudder control arm cleaned up, and got them over to GCS Customs. They do powder coating. They're going to powder coat them for me. So some of you may not like my color choices on my filler necks. I'm doing a silver, chrome like silver around the outside of it, and then the center cap, the fuel cap, will be a dark transparent red like. So I thought that would look, since it's fuel, that might stand out, and it'll be something different. So and then the rudder control arm, I tell him just whatever he wants to do on that, just whatever color he wants to do, but don't matter, you won't ever see it. I just don't want it to rust. So hope you enjoy this week's video, and if you do, like it and subscribe and share. So here we go. Another sunny day in Mobile. See me smiling? You know why I'm smiling? We have glorious sunshine right up there in the sky. So now maybe I can make some progress on this. That's what we're here for. To see what we can do to this. I'm trying to get these screws out. They're way down in there, got epoxy on top of them, so I can't get a screwdriver and get them out. So either trying to knock them out to the top. Let's try something here. I don't know if this will work. Old bicycles here. Going to try to take this rudder control arm out so we can sand it, paint it real good so it doesn't rust anymore, and plus just cosmetically looks better. Let's see what we can do here. And a pin. And just like that, it's out. So we're going to eliminate things like this. We'll put in a nice ground bar, which I may not need this spot. That's where the Bennett trim pump was. So I got something nice to mount there. So I might mount that there. I might do a weatherproof box right here. Put my grounds and my positives all inside of there where they're weatherproof. But we're going to eliminate stuff. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean this up. There's some old rusty bolts here. I'm going to take these out. Clean this up real good. Clean my floor up. Epoxy and resin on top of this. Make sure it's still good here, here, across here, and then get everything cleaned up. If I don't get the board in, at least have it cleaned up so tomorrow, if the weather's permitting and I have the time, I can come in, put the board in, and move on to the next step. this is where the bolts are going to go. That's going to attach to the angle iron. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to over drill them. I'm going to come back and fill them with epoxy peanut butter mix, and then tomorrow I'll take a smaller drill bit and drill the actual hole out before we put it in. And then that should encapsulate the wood where it don't have any the raw wood's not touching or won't get water intrusion. All right, ready or not, here we go. Some peanut butter mix. We'll fill the bigger gaps in with this before I start putting the strips in. Alright, this time I only mixed up 8 ounces. Last night I did 16 and it got dark on me, plus it hardened up quicker, so we're going to just do 16 and see if we can finish this out. Don't know if you can see this or not, but this is the vent tube for the gas tank. Well, it probably hasn't been working in a while, so we've got to replace that. Still got to get this gas hose out of here. Fun, fun, fun. We got to cut out this bad spot here, so as you can see, it's rotten. Might as well get it out now. More than one way to skin a cat. Let that pressure set a second. Plan B. Alright, let me stop filming and grab it. There it is. After a lot of work, it's out. This little baby did the job. I wouldn't recommend it to everybody, but in my case, I did it. But anyhow, that sucker popped it right out. So sometimes you got to work smarter, not harder. So there we go. So I'm using the good gas that I know is good out of the one tank, filling up this boat. So it'll hold probably 50 gallons. So that's a $200 savings on a fill up. So just getting rid of this gas, I'm reusing it. I wouldn't say it's a savings. I had to buy the gas to start with, but anyhow, that'll fill that up. So that's $200 in fuel I won't have to buy. It's going to take a little while with that little hose. I'm trying to get an idea of how quick it's going, so. So it went down this much in 2 minutes. So it's dropped about, I'd say about an inch. That's pretty doggone good. So we'll check it again. We'll check it again in a few minutes and see what we got. Okay, it's 1 o'clock.
what we got left, so by 1:15 it should be empty. Well, just like that, it starts raining. I barely got the tarp on in time. Oh man. Oh well. I guess I'll do something else. Maybe I'll go in the house and chill out or something. What's up, Max? What's up, crazy dog? What you think? Huh? What you think? Hey, good morning, guys. Back for another day of boat repair. Yesterday, if you was watching, I was trying to put the inner bottom, not the inner bottom, but the bulkhead between the engine room and the back of the boat. I tore out that rotten piece, so I was wanting to replace it yesterday, but got rained out by the time I got set up. Today, what I'd like to do is install this. This is a battery charger for my batteries. Right now my batteries are not being charged, even though I'm on shore power. So my battery chargers burn up. So I bought this one. Hopefully this one will replace that one. I probably should have did a little more investigating, but this one came with rave reviews, but it'll get me by until if I need to upgrade to something else. But I think this one will last or do its job for a while. Also today I want to get this cleaned up along with the rudder control arm or brace, whatever you want to call it. I want to get it cleaned up enough. I'm going to take them to a friend of mine. This along with the other one, I'm going to have them powder coated. I work with a guy that he does powder coating. I believe it's called Coastal or South. I'll get the right name, but Coastal Power Coating or Southeast Power Coating. He's going to do these for me. So we'll see how they turn out. I got 2 of those to do. We'll see how they turn out. So today I hope to get these cleaned up, that installed, unboxing the Genesis 2 20 amp dual bank charger. Where's my paper? Oh, look at that, it slides off. Fancy. A lot bigger than I thought it would be from the pictures. In the pictures, I thought it was going to be a little small thing. That really concerned me. This does look a little more heavy duty. Packaged very well. Instructions, warranty, 5-year warranty. I don't know if you can see that. I guess you scan that to go in to enter it. So that's not bad. And yeah, it says 5-year warranty. At today's prices, I think I paid $159 for this. Some mounting screws. So 110 power. Bank 1, bank 2. Both of them are fused. So, I want to get my glasses on to read this. Wonder if there's a way to hook up jail cell. I may have to Google that. I can't read that. Don't have my glasses with me right this second. There's nothing to it's sealed completely. So I guess I should have read that. Hopefully it'll handle gel cells, but let's see what we got. Alright, this is what after looking at what I got and assessing the situation, I've got water in the inner bottom or in the bilge that I need to get out. So I'm going to disconnect the onboard charger for right now. I'm going to hook that charger up temporarily to these two batteries. That's the quickest fix. I need to get those bilge pumps running. That's more important. If the boat sinks, none of the rest of it matters. I want to show you this real quick. This is a handy little thing right here. I'll be glad when I get on the inside and start working on the boat, because it really cools off the inside the boat. The guy before me said the air conditioners didn't work. The problem was they had cut the valves off. My understanding is the cruise air works on recirculating water. So they cut the bottom, the through-hole valves off, and they had been shut off for years. Well, they're stuck shut, so you can't circulate the water, so of course the air doesn't work. When you first turn them on, they're a little cool, but that's it. You don't want to run them like that. So when I get the boat pulled out and I get those valves fixed, hopefully my onboard air conditioners will work. I won't need that anymore other than a backup in case something happens, and that will free up that space to put in a refrigerator. And I found a neat little refrigerator. I'll have to show you sometime. I'll have to see if I can dig through my pictures and find it. But the onboard air, they really seem to work. I need to figure out how to test them. I'm sure somebody can tell me how. I thought about just trying to hook a water hose up. But this one, and then there's one down in the lower cabin, and everything seems to work on them. But that will be, it'll be nice when I get inside and run the air conditioner. And I'm hot-natured anyhow, so I sweat easy. But and then the other parts of the outside, hopefully I'll be tackling them in the wintertime. I'll probably be grabbing because it's covered. But let's get back to hooking up the okay, guys, here's what we got. This is the onboard charger. It says it's ready. It always says it was charging. It's never not charged, even when the battery's fully charged. So I don't know if maybe it overcharged the batteries and messed them up. But anyhow, never heard the fan run. I tried testing it. It didn't seem like it was putting out anything. So I think it's bad. So what I did was just unhook the positives. I'm going to take these right here. These are the battery leads going to the battery. So I unhook those. I'm going to tape them off right there so they won't get down and touch anything. And I touch them there and hook the charger up back there. So this is what we got. It looks like the air conditioner controller or power. Then we got this, the big inverter charger. I'd hate to know what that sucker would cost. Hopefully it's good. I haven't had a chance to check it. But I may have to go a different route. I do have a 2,000 watt charger, but it's not a transfer switch charger, so that may be a problem. So that may not work, but hopefully this thing work or fixable. I'm praying that it works. So this is what we got, and so there we go. Got this hooked up. Battery bank 2 is going to this battery that's laying up here to see if it'll revive it. Battery bank 1 is going to that battery down there. Hopefully it will be revivable. So all that's left to do is to plug this into power. So it's plugged in. We got bank 1's charging, bank 2's charging. I guess that's what the red means, is that they're charging. Also, I bought this thing several years ago. I had one before that was pretty good, made by the same company, and I think it was the 10, 5, and 2 or something like that. It worked pretty good. This thing here is a piece of junk. It runs for about 30 minutes and says bad. If your battery's like at 11 volts, you might be okay, but if it's less than 10 volts, you might as well take this thing and just throw it. It ought to be called battery tender. It keeps a fully charged battery charged, and that's about it. But as far as charging a dead battery, yeah, won't buy another one of those. I need y'all's advice on something. So, when I plugged this in, I heard the big inverter. This ran for a little bit, was green, and then red. When I plugged this in, I heard the big inverter kick in, so maybe it's trying to charge the battery now that it's sensing power. Who knows? I know my 12 volt system's working because my 12 volt lights are burning. Ooh, look at that top. But so the main thing is, ooh, look at that nasty engine body, is the bilge pump is pumping. It's almost pumped it all out. It was almost up to this edge right there. So, but as you see, I got a green light there on bank 1, like it's fully charged, and I know it's not fully charged. So maybe the big converter back there sensed that it had power and came on. I don't know. I'm going to have to do some studying unless somebody can chime in and tell me your thoughts. I'm clueless. This right here was the problem with the starboard tank, is it didn't have an O-ring in it, so the water was running right down the side of the boat, right into here. So I got to find the O-rings for this to solve that problem. Then I got another idea that when I go to put these back and I get on the outside of the boat doing the work there, you'll see what I'm going to do about the water intrusion. We got to get these cleaned up. I'm going to have them power coated, like I said. And I need a way to hook a ground wire to these. They need to be grounded back down to the tank or to the boat ground. So one of them had a hose clamp with a wire under it, the other one had nothing. So I'm thinking about trying to drill and tap this. It's far enough up that no fuel should come out of it if I tap it and put a screw in there, but I'd like to be able to get a good ground on this. So anyhow, let's get them cleaned up so we can get them to the power coater. So there they are, all cleaned up. Look much better. Still got a little more cleaning to do on them, but don't have to powder coat. We'll probably powder coat this part, but this doesn't have to be powder coated. I may smooth it down a little bit, make the hose easier to get on there, but just this part. I went back and forth with the color. I think I'm just going to do a, I think I've settled on a silver powder coat, but I thought about doing blue, black. I've thought every color in the rainbow, but I think I'm going to go with like a metallic silver, maybe a rough coat, a crinkly coat silver. But anyhow, those turned out pretty good. I could just clear coat those and go with that. Let's see what we can do with this sucker. It's in pretty bad shape. So there it is afterwards, and then there's the other end. Looks much better. It'll look really good once it's powder coated. Alright guys, that's it for another week of working on nautical nonsense. I've got to wrap it up. I got to be at work here in a couple hours. So I need to go in and get cleaned up, get relaxed, and eat something. But it's been a good week, made some progress. Of course, I always would like to make more, but working on a boat, you never make as much as you think, especially when you're fighting rain and other things, and life happens too. So hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and let me know what you think. Give me your comments, like and subscribe, and share with your friends, and hope you enjoy your week. And sounds like the rain's coming, isn't it, Max? So y'all have a good day.